tattoo for you, Richard here, and it's time for a tips, tricks, and whoopsies video. Whoopsie! So, it's been cold outside, and pardon my voice, this Texas weather has got me all good. So, anyway, it's Christmas time. I think it's time that we might just make it snow. That was a terrible idea.
Daddy,
We're going to make it snow.
say it's cold outside in front of Mommy.
Mommy's not here.
Well, that's still good.
Yeah, so anyway...
Cold outside.
Yeah, we're going to attempt to make it snow. We'll just try some little snow effects. And we'll see if it passes or it fails. It might just be a big old fail. But it's something I want to try. And something I mentioned to somebody. And they were like, they really want to know how it turns out. So let's check it out. Let's go table down, shall we?
All right, guys, here we are. Let's make it snow. So here's this wonderful stuff. The canned snow effect. It's $1. It's $1.50 from Walmart. This is probably like half a can or a little over half a can because we used it for our windows, obviously what it's supposed to be used for. But Daddy's like, I think I could use it for other things, maybe. And this is probably the dumbest idea I've ever had on something. But hey, if it works, cool. If it doesn't, hey, now you know not to try this. So, we're supposed to shake it real good. If spray has been exposed to freezing conditions, apply several light coats rather than one heavy coat. Now, that's not the rules. I just read 2 rules at once. Or 2 instructions at once. Get that out of the way. So these are for my daughter. This is her, one of her little terrain pieces I picked up for her. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to step back. And we're going to do a light dusting of this from the top. Okay. So, yeah. That doesn't really come out light, does it? Oh, gosh. Well, that's snowed on, isn't it? Guys, look at that. Okay. I'm thinking maybe if I could get outside with it. I don't know. That doesn't look really like snow, does it? I don't know. It seems like it could be an easy, quick way to do stuff. But the other thing, too, is like what happens when it dries? And then can I seal over it? But look at that. Look at that pocky marks. It doesn't go on really smoothly. Now, I was gonna do it on this. But honestly, I don't want to mess this up. Besides, it's still a little wet from the varnish I painted on. But yeah, here's the last time's tips, tricks, and whoopsies, the crater days. Yep. It turned out pretty cool. I mean, I had to go back when I primed it and re-prime the edges again. I wanted to get it thicker so that way it's good and sealed on there. And I painted heavy duty varnish on the top where it was pretty much just pie pan metal showing. I think it turned out cool. It kind of has less of a crater effect and more of like some kind of, I don't know how to describe it, but with these uniform edges here, I don't know. Yeah. So, but like I said, I'm happy with it. I still want to do a little water effect in there and of course do some greenery and then maybe a snow effect on it like the way I really do it and just chalk this stuff up as crap. Because that's just, yeah. I don't know. I just, it doesn't look natural. It comes off really easy too. Look at that. Well, that's a plus. So, I mean, it kind of, yeah. I guess with it being sticky, maybe I can go back in and kind of, where's a brush? Give me a brush. Let me see what we can do with this. It just seems a lot more work than I would think. I think if you're doing like a whole table or something, and you wanted to put a heavy snow effect on the table, it'd probably work. Yeah, see, it's really wet. But I'm going to clean this off. I'm not going to leave this on this guy. So hopefully it'll come off really easy whenever you dry it off. It's kind of nice that it gets in the cracks like that where snow would build up. what would happen if I just brush this all up like that and just kind of get it all off that way? And push this toxic crap on my hands here. I really need to base this guy too, but yeah, so we're just gonna do this. And this brush is so wet now, it's ridiculous. Go to another brush that's a little bit drier, so that way I can pull some of it off. Now see, I like the things like this, how it kind of gets up in the cracks right there. That seems like a natural snow effect because it would just kind of come down and get on the edges. But yeah, this just doesn't do it for me at all. I'm gonna wash this off in the water. Well, anyway, guys, I don't know. Maybe I'll revisit this some more later. Like, actually spray a piece like this, like a big piece, and see how that looks. Because the way, even this plate, look at this plate. What if this plate was like ground color? I mean, it's an interesting look to it. You get back on it. The problem is this is made for like windows, so you're supposed to be doing it straight. Whoa, hey there. Oh, look at that. Got it dusted up on here. That's interesting. I mean, that looks cool. Like, if you wanted a solid snow base, I think you could do it. I'm going to bust out where are my, here we go. I'm going to waste one. I'm going to waste something right now. Where is something else? I think if you wanted a generic snow base, I think you could pull it off pretty good. And do something like this. We're just going to see if that sticks for a second. You going to stick there? Yeah, there you go. I want it heavier in a corner. I'll build it up. There we go. Okay. So see what I did? I made a mound of snow. And I think you could possibly, depending on how this dries, that's the kicker, is how is it going to dry? What is it going to do when it dries? So what we're going to do is I'm going to pause the video, let it dry, and see how it turns out. See how it looks when it completely dries and see if I can seal it at all. So I'll be back in a little while. Alright guys, so this is the end of the video, and here's the result of our, yeah. So I chalk up snow out of a can as not a good idea. Let me reiterate that. Not a good idea. I don't know if you heard me, but yeah, that's a huge mistake. I mean, look. It looks so cool when it was all mounded up and fresh, but as it dries, it mega shrinks because all the moisture evaporates out of it.
Okay.
And then you get this brittle, chalky junk. Which, I mean, this could be good, you know, if you break it apart, to use as like some, like add this into some Elmer's glue or PVA glue, and then use it as a mixed snow effect. But seriously, who wants to pay $1.50 for that when you can go get some baking soda and do just as good? So yeah, guys, so this was a big old whoopsie. But like I said, I did this just to test it out and see, and then that way you can kind of look at it too and see my mistakes and go, okay, yeah. So now y'all don't have to waste the money, okay? That's why I do these things. I even put a little PVA glue on it to see if it would seal, and it wouldn't. It just beat it up right on top from the get-go. It's like it wouldn't saturate the snow. So sorry this is all wiggly. I'm doing this. I'm holding like a mirror in my hand doing this, but
Can I help you?
no, we're good, babe. I'm almost done. So yeah, canned snow, big no. We'll just leave it at that.
That's rhyme.
So let's just stick to the good old ways of doing snow effects. I think people have seen me do it before, but if you haven't or whatever, I might have some videos in there. I do like the snow effect. It's a really cool effect. If I don't have videos in there and you know this, feel free to, if you want me to do another video with snow effects on basing, just let me know. But anyway, guys, I love you and I thank you so much. Please don't grab snow in a can and think you can use it on a terrain piece or basing. It doesn't work. No. Love you all. Keep rocking that nerd life, my friends. I'll see you next time.